So each of the guys in the band now had a kind of different but equally unsatisfying ending to their time in Eternal Lord. So it's really satisfying and rewarding and kind of wholesome to be back together as a group and be able to do this on our terms and send it on its way with a much better story than we left it with.
I always felt that when I left Eternal Lord, maybe I hadn't finished on the positive note. So when Stu called me and there was an opportunity to play again with the original lineup, I was like, this is great, because for the last, like, I don't know, 15 years I've been writing my own music and playing stuff on my own. So I instantly agreed, and we met up in the pub.
We talked about it and quickly discovered that actually we wanted this to be more than sort of a one-off reunion show. So we decided, why don't we give writing songs a go? Why don't we give playing more shows a go and starting up an Instagram and doing this properly? And from there, I guess the band was born again.
We had a great time and spoke about the old days and headed into a band practice. We kind of wanted to do maybe a little bit more than just a one and done show and then leave it at that. I think we all probably had a little bit more of the story to be involved with. James had some really, really good songs, so then we started writing and practicing, and then we ended up making some songs.
Well, I suppose conceptually, like, we're intrigued with the idea of, like, what if things had continued after Sam left back in 2007. So the last track we did with him was Harp and Hellfire. What would Eternal Lord have sounded like if the lineup hadn't changed and it had gone in such a different direction? And I think with this first single back, it's kind of answered that question.
So writing-wise, we talked about it and we decided that the earlier EP material was more akin to what Eternal Lord should have always been from the beginning. The album's there and it's great that fans love it, etc. But for us personally, Eternal Lord was all about sort of the more fantasy element of things and less kind of hardcore, deathcore. When I sat down to write, I was very excited to start writing for the band. I'd never previously written anything for Eternal Lord when I was in the band before. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of pressure. I wanted to make sure I didn't kind of screw up the legacy that the boys had built from the first two EPs. It was an experience, it was cool, I had a lot of fun. And then the boys sort of added their flair to it and their elements, and we ended up with the result we got, and we're all very happy with it.
We went to Germany to record the track, and it was a great experience because previously it's always been with Stu locally at his studio.
The ability to travel to Germany with these guys, being in the hands of a fantastic producer like we were, was completely new for most of us. So I've been doing bands since Eternal Lord, and the person that I had always used to produce the previous bands that I've been in, I really wanted to go to again, largely because he adds a lot of his own ideas and energy into the production, and I knew going there would just elevate the song to another level.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, and all the lads went, above and beyond what they needed to do.
And I think we got the best takes out of ourselves because of that. We could pour over tones, and Stu's drumming performance and the actual sounds themselves are just unreal compared to what we could have done.
Yeah, it was just a great experience all round, and something I'll remember for a long time.
What you can expect from Windstalker is old school 2006 Eternal Lord. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel with anything here. The sound that people loved from the two EPs is back again. It's just more modern.
People can expect it to just be a really honest early 2000s metalcore song. It carries on from the Harp and Hellfire. Naturally, that's where I think the sound would have went. And I think it's a very mature take on the next step of Eternal Lord.
I'm just excited for people to, well, I've been blown away by the response that we've had on socials so far since we announced the return, to see the anticipation and the support that it's like, I wasn't expecting anything like that, so I just can't wait for people to finally have it in hand and hear it. I think it's a good amount of nostalgia for the right kind of people. I think it's got something interesting that isn't really being done right now even. So yeah, I hope people enjoy it. We had a lot of fun making it, and I'm looking forward to doing some more.
This is Windstalker. I hope you enjoy it.